one of MultiQC's superpowers is it's super configurable. You can put all kinds of things into your report and make it look and behave just how you want it to. But that means there's a lot of config options. It's quite a lot of documentation to read through. And also you have to make sure that you get your YAML file working just right. To help you with this, version 1.35 of MultiQC comes out with a new toy for you, the MultiQC Config Wizard. If I go in, you can see it's secura.io/multiqc_config_wizard. And the first thing is on the left, we've grouped all of these different config options together so that you can find them a bit more easily. It's not such a long list to read through. And if I go to report logo, you can see it's grouped all the different config options together for the logo. So it's a bit easier to manage. There you can see the config options, you can see the type, you can see a description, and many of them have little examples as well. We can also search very quickly. So if I want to group my samples, I can just type that there and it will highlight straight away that one config option. And again, we've got some different examples and so on. So it's much easier to find and read and scan through the different options. Also, as we type in things, we get real-time validation now. So I can type in some string here for a title. Maybe I go down to the header info. You can see this is a slightly more complicated data structure here. I need a list of dictionaries, key value pairs. So I can type in here and it validates it for me. Here it's actually thrown an error. It's saying that it's expected a string at the number of samples here. And we can see we've actually got a number. So if I change this to a string, then now it's validated properly. So straight away I get that error before I get to MultiQC itself. Now you can see as I'm adding this stuff, it's also ending up in the config file on the right hand side. And we get the same information here if I just want to type in here. So if I hover over any of these, it tells me about what that config option is, gives me some help text. If I click on it, it jumps to that part of the form. And I have the same validation where if I get rid of these quotes here, you'll see I get the same validation error up here and I can fix it as well. This is particularly useful if, for example, you have inherited a config file from someone else, maybe it's a really big one. You can actually use this as a way to validate and also kind of understand the config file. So I can filter up here for just the valid things that have been set, and we can just quickly scroll through the different ones here in a slightly nicer interface. You can also see, for example, that this one just matches the default. So it's set in a config file, but we can remove it because it's not doing anything. And then as we go through, we can highlight the different parts of the config file. It's fairly clever here. You can see even some types allow different types of input. So this could either be a Boolean true, false, or it can be a list. And so the form accepts that and will do everything. When you're happy, you can copy your YAML into a config file or download it. It's up to you. And if you really want to, you can also switch it into light mode instead of dark mode, because I know it's a bit of a personal preference thing. I hope this is super useful for you. Let us know what you think. Any feedback or feature suggestions, let me know. Thanks very much.